And goalkeeper, Zarmaine Velez. And coming from the bench, Christine Abria, Diana Duquesa, Alexandria Mignore Eugenie Gastador, Lorraine Angela Lim, Karen Lomogda, and a head coach, Angelina Pediliaga, the manager, Chantal Marie Belsuche, and the team official, Jolene Lu. And now, for the second team, Team Singapore. The goal shooter, Pei Shan Lee. The goal attack and the captain, Charmaine Saw. Wing attack, Carmen Gall. The center, Vanessa Lee. Wing defense, Akila Andin. Goal defense, Melody Leo. And goalkeeper, Sinu Nair. And coming from the bench, Kaiwei Ta, Xinyi Pan, Shui Kwok, Angelina Lim, and Jamie Lee. And the umpires for this match, Tara Warner, Guani Tang, and the reserve umpire, Kan Murray. And let us all rise for the national anthem of Team Philippines. And the national anthem of Team Singapore. The officials of Singapore, the head coach, Natalie Melisich, the assistant coaches, Yu Mi Hong and Wang Jin King, the manager, Cassandra Ang, and the physiotherapist, Megan Lee. All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you guys ready? All right, let's play netball. Good luck to both teams.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We're live from the city of Santa Rosa. This is the 30th Southeast Asian Games. This is the first match of the netball competition between the home team, Philippines, and Team Singapore. Here we go. Vanessa Lee, the center of Singapore, just giving away the first center pass there. Singapore, the 2017 silver medalist, off to a very quick start. Lee Pei-Shan putting the team on the scoreboard very early, just 15 seconds into the game. Here's the home team choosing to play back for their center pass. As you can see, the players are slightly taller. They've got a pretty tall goal shooter and goal attack. Let's see how they can capitalize on that, playing against the very experienced Singapore. Contact call there against Akila. Footwork call against Jian. So here's Singapore's chance to make it 2-0. Take an early lead. Very quick down the court. Just an attempt at the screen there. Pei-Shan using just a body to block off two defenders. Charmin So was just right behind. Fortunately, just misplacement of the pass there to Charmin So. And here is Philippines' chance at scoring their center pass, but that was a beautiful read by Sindhu. Unfortunately rather, a little bit late to the ball. Got picked up for contact there. Umpire there just calling it offside. So in netball, certain players are not allowed to run in certain areas. So perhaps over there, center wing attack just got her foot into the goal circle, which is an area that they are not allowed. As you can see there, just on our screen, there was Lee Pei-Shan against her goalkeeper from the Philippines, Army. Speaking of the Philippines, they are on the board. It is 1-1. It is quite a crowd here at the Santa Rosa Multipurpose Complex. The Filipinos are here to rally on their local team. Very quick play there by Team Singapore. Pei-Shan getting just caught off guard a little bit. Fumbled the ball a bit. Unfortunately, there is a penalty shot here. Charmin with an uncharacteristic miss. But Pei-Shan gathers and puts in the shot. It is 2-1. Great save there by the wing defense. Janelle from the Philippines manages to do everything to keep the ball in play. Lots of unforced errors there made by Team Philippines, costing them really early on in this game so far. Can their defenders create a turnover? It's going to be hard with the ball in Charmin So's hands, as you can see why. Charmin So was part of the 2015 winning SEA Games team. In 2015, that ball was played in Singapore. And Singapore, being the home team, also brought home the gold medal then. Here's Charmin So again to make things 4-1 for Team Singapore. That was a brilliant pass there by the wing attack. Katerina Rose, very good vision. Just saw the goal shooter free again with a beautiful pass into the goal shooter. Unfortunately, just can't quite capitalize on that opportunity. Then here comes Singapore again. Very quick, Charmin So chooses to offload it to Pei Shan. For a second, I thought she was going to put it up. But it doesn't matter as long as they get the goal. It is 5-1 now. 10 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Charmin So getting the ball in exact same spot as earlier on. This time chooses to go to post. Here it is again, exact same spot. Beautiful finish. Just a turnover by Philippines. Charmin So is causing lots of issues in the circle for the Philippines defenders. She is just running around everywhere and the defenders are really finding it very hard to keep up with her. Beautiful finish by Pei Shan, close range shot, won't miss it from there. Her first SEA Games. Easy lift over the defenders. Pei Shan is the tallest player in the circle, so it is advantageous for. That was a good hand there by the goal defense. Kathleen Jane just got her hand to the ball. Unfortunately rather, couldn't quite get the possession. And Pei Shan will put in the shot. Here's the Philippines with their center pass. They're having a little bit of problems getting the ball into the circle, as you can see from that. The midfielders just not quite running in front of the defenders, getting caught behind. So the defenders, the Singaporean defenders, are having quite an easy time just going at the balls, at the passes. Here is another turnover for Singapore. Charmaine is pretty much undefended. It is quite interesting, the strategy that the Philippine team is using. Charmaine is pretty much undefended in the Singapore's attacking third, and here the crowd are rallying on their home team, giving them the extra push, extra confidence. Eventually, Katharina Rose finds Anathea, and the crowd goes absolutely wild. It was a beautiful passage play. That goal certainly was for the home crowd that have turned out here to watch live. Here we go, Philippines again. They, time and time again, their center pass, they've chosen to pass it back to either their wing defense or goal defense, Janelle or Kathleen Jane. The wing attack and goal attack really have to step up there, and that is a beautiful screen set up earlier on, very early in the game. That's a screen that they attempted. The pass didn't quite get through this time. It is executed flawlessly. Charmaine So, same spot, same shot, same result. And again, just observe when Team Singapore has the ball in their attacking third. Charmaine is so often undefended. The two defenders, the goal defense and goalkeeper, Kathleen Jane and Zarmaine of Philippines, they're just setting back onto Pei Shan. That's the option that they're choosing to go. And here is beautiful shot there by the goal shooter, Jian, and the crowd goes absolutely wild. Okay, watch here. Charmaine So just undefended. But that was a good tip by the goalkeeper, Zarmaine. Melody Teo of the goal defense thought she had a hand to that. Here's Philippines' chance to make it 4 goals, and Anathea does just that. The goal tag She is one of the more experienced players in this team. Here to go again. 5 goals. Apologies, that was a replay. Very exciting stuff. Score is now 4-13. Here's Peisha to make it 14. Undercooked. Philippines now with possession. And Athea just choosing to go cross court to her center, Eliza Diane. Fortunately for her, Akila had put her hand to it. That was a beautiful attempt by Sindhu. She just read it, just couldn't get there on time. Here's Singapore again. Good pass, good take there by Peishan. She's doing extremely well, Peishan, in this game so far with about 3 minutes remaining. Here she is again. That's a range that she is very comfortable in. And the midfielders, her midfielders are doing a great job at delivering the ball to her. Here's Philippines as the wing attack coming out for the center pass. Very different and a very positive strategy and gameplay there for Team Philippines. Very clean center pass, very clean attacking play to the goal circle. There's the shot again. Breaking call there against Janelle of Philippines. So she just put her foot out into the center third a wee bit too early, just before the umpire indicated the start of the center pass with a whistle. So that was a turnover goal for Team Singapore. Little offload there by Charmaine to Peishan, just getting her under the goalpost. That is where Peishan is very comfortable at. She's been shooting very well at that range. Here goes Philippines again. Great pass there by the wing attack, Katharina Rose. She has been a key player. She has put in some beautiful feeds to her shooters. Some very critical feeds to her shooters. Get them just at the range that they are comfortable at. That was a good tip by the center. Eliza Diane couldn't quite scramble enough to keep the ball in possession. But the Philippines are coming into this game quite nicely. Here's the center pass for the Philippines. The ball just took a deflection there. Alright, just what Charmaine saw. She is completely undefended. There are 2 defenders on Peishan. Only when Charmaine enters the circle does one of the defenders pick her up. That is, you do not want to leave a player like Charmaine alone in the goal circle. Not only can she shoot, but she is quite a key playmaker as well for the Singapore team. And that is the end of the first quarter. The score is 21-6. We're going to a 4-minute quarter break. See you guys back really shortly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second quarter. This is Philippines against Singapore. A couple of changes, both teams. Team Singapore, as you can see, Charmaine, who just put in the 22nd shot for Team Singapore. She is on at goal shooter. At replacing her at goal tag is Ho Kai Wei. And at center is Kwok Shu Yi. On this end for Philippines, at wing attack is Diana. At wing defense is Alexandra. Goal defense, Janelle. And goalkeeper, CJ. So we'll see how these changes affect the play for both teams. Here's Kwok Shui just passing the ball off to Kai Wei over there. Very quick offload to Charmaine. She misses. That's CJ with this is a good opportunity for Philippines, but unfortunately just some miscommunication there. And here's Charmaine. This time she won't miss that shot. Charmaine again very unfazed. Early on we spoke about her at goal attack and how the defenders were really offloading her, both defenders setting back to defend the goalkeeper. Good tip there by Sindhu. Here she is just passing the ball, and Athea, the goal attack, just coming in the flight of the ball, got her hand to it. Was just a little bit too close to Sindhu that time. Obstruction call by the umpire against her, had to stand out of play. Very quickly now, as I finish my sentence, the ball is at the shooting end, Singapore shooting end. Kai Wei with her first shot of the game, also her first SEA Games. Carmen there with a really quick catch, turn and pass. She didn't even have to think about it. It's a good screen. Very often Team Singapore uses that screen between the shooters. One shooter would just block off the defenders and the other shooter will be just behind. Can't really see her, might not be able to see her, but she is there. Great tip by Akila there. And here comes Singapore. Charmaine again completely free. This is a dangerous thing about Charmaine. I guess the option of choosing to drop the defenders for the Philippines team back to the goal shooter is to avoid or prevent rather Team Singapore getting the close range shots. Speaking of close range shots, and before I finish my sentence, that's Anathea with a beautiful pass to finish off for Team Philippines. As I was saying, Philippines defenders, they are forcing Singapore to put up the long range shots, but that is really Charmaine's speciality. It doesn't matter where she gets the ball, she can put it up, and when she does put it up, oftentimes than not, it's going in. Speaking of long range shot, here's a long range shot for the goal shooter. Jian just flirts with the goal ring a little bit, and it denies her and her team that shot. Here we are with Charmaine. So umpire just setting up play where the penalty needs to be. Philippines with the turnover. Moving very quickly. Anathea, the goal attack, she has really made her presence known. The ball has been passed to her several times now going down the court. Has really helped the Philippines team bring down the ball. Unfortunately, again with the unforced errors. Beautiful placement there by Carmen to Kai Wei. Just both of them in the screen here, having a little chat. Carmen and Kai Wei have this almost telepathic connection to one another. As soon as Carmen gets the center pass, she turns around, she knows where Kai Wei is going to be, she releases it almost immediately. Here comes Philippines again. A little bit stuck, but Anathea to the rescue. Again a little bit stuck, having to work very, very hard. But it is Sindhu that collects the ball. Philippines are doing much better this quarter. The connections and the flow down the court, attacking to their goal post. A lot more fluent, just the last bit of getting the ball into their goal circle. Struggling with that a little bit, the Philippines. Slips the ball there. Eliza Diane, the center of Philippines. She's very fortunate. That there was a mistake. Here's Philippines. Melody making things very hard, and there again, she's doing extremely well now. If only they can get the ball to her a little bit more often into the goal circle. That is something that Philippines will want to look at. Charmaine So, near range shot. No surprises there. Charmaine is the only player in the Singapore team currently who was part of the 2015 gold medal team. There was a good attempt there. There was a good opportunity that presented itself in the likes of GN. Sindhu just reacting very, very quickly, getting her hands just to tip the ball out of play. The GN, Philippines doing much better this quarter. We're about halfway through in the second quarter. Charmaine So doesn't need to think twice, just turns to post and puts up the goal. Much better passage play there. Again, the goal attack, and Thea just doing an amazing job for her home team. Here's Charmaine. A bit off balance, but it doesn't matter, still goes in. She has a wealth of experience. Charmaine So. Here's the Philippines. Sindhu, again, so often she's out hunting for the ball. She may be sitting back in the goal circle, but she's always watching, always looking out for that cross ball, and when the opportunity comes, she will go out and hunt for it. Good little lob from Carmen to Kai Wei. Kai Wei that time just didn't quite finish it. A contact call against her as well. Whilst going up for the rebound, she just infringed the goalkeeper. Makes up for her missed shot. Kai Wei got the intercept there, very beautifully well read. Here's Kai Wei to redeem herself, and she does. She's mumbling to herself a little bit, perhaps telling herself to put up the first shot first time around. Beautiful little give and go between Carmen and Kai Wei. Again, the connection and chemistry between them is very good. It's almost telepathic. They don't think too much when they have to give the ball to each other. Contact call there against Akila, just infringing her center. Here's Jian. A bit of a long range shot for her, but she steadies herself, composes very well. Makes it 11 goals for Philippines. 5 minutes less than remaining on the clock. bit of a fumble there from the center, Lisa Diane. She managed to regather. Here's Anathea, and that spot both shooters have been putting up pretty well. That seems to be the lucky sweet spot for Philippines. Both shooters in Anathea and Jian, they've been putting up all their shots from there. Here's Kai Wei, took a huge leap into the circle, steadies herself, and put goal number 36 for Team Singapore. Goal number 37 by Charmaine So. Team Singapore with the center pass. Carmen Go just doing a little shimmy to get rid of her defender, to get free. Charmaine So doing the same on the baseline, positioning herself really close to the goal post. Here's Jian. She is doing so well. Both shooters are shooting really well this quarter so far. They have 13 goals in total across 2 quarters. And just in this quarter alone, Philippines have scored 7. And with that, we have 2 minutes, 30 minutes remaining. Fumble there by Jian. Just thought Anathea was going to come through between the defenders. Charmaine So, goal number 40 for Team Singapore. Akila finding it a little bit hot. Same goes for Melody Teo, and there was a good intercept by Eliza Diane of Philippines. Here's Philippines' chance. Loose ball there. Only player that was going for that loose ball was Akila. She got a hand to it. And it is goal number 41 for Singapore. Again, a similar position, similar spot, same result, consistent they have been so far, Philippines. 1 minute on the clock. Team Singapore is starting to stagnate a little bit. The runs are getting a bit slower, not quite completing their runs to the ball. It is showing, or rather providing some opportunities for the Philippines team to get their hand to it. And some of them have actually put their hand out or reacted in response to the opportunity. Haven't quite gone for it just yet. Here's Janelle, same spot, same result. As I said, they've been very consistent from that spot. 10 seconds on the clock. Perhaps this may be the last goal for the quarter. Contact call there for Kaiwei. Penalty shot, sinks it in, no problems. That is the end of the second quarter. We're going to halftime break now. We'll see you back really shortly. Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half of the first netball match of the 30th Southeast Asian Games 2019. We are live from the city of Santa Rosa, and this is the third quarter underway. Philippines with the first center pass of the third quarter. First attempt at shot of the third quarter. Second chance now for Philippines. Here is Singapore with a goal line throw in. Kai Wei with the shot. Vanessa there just fumbling a little bit with the pass, passing it, throwing it into her defender's hands. Kai Wei win the shot, makes it 44-14 Singapore. Singapore with the center pass. Long range shot for Kai Wei, beautifully sunk in. That loose ball just bounced quite some distance, few players refusing to pick it up. Eventually found her way to Sydney, who slots in the ball from under the goal post. Several changes for both teams. Here's a replay of that. Sydney just popping herself from behind her defender beautifully. A perfect timing for Kai Wei to feed it to her. Several changes. We see Diana at the center position now. Early on she was at wing attack. No changes for the Filipino defenders. Sydney again just finding herself in the right position at the right time, putting in the shot. She comes in to replace Charmaine at the goal shooter position. This is also her first SEA Games. Kai Wei choosing it to offload it to Sydney. 100% shot record for her so far. A complete change for the Filipino attack line. At goal shooter, we have Karen, who receives the ball, aligns her shot, but misses. A goal attack with Christine, who replaces Anathea. Anathea was really crucial for the Filipino team in the second half. A wing attack, there's Lorraine, and at center, Diana, who was the wing attack in the second quarter. Several changes for Team Singapore as well. As you can see, who ran up all the way to the stands, running with the ball, setting up a throw-in is Angelina. And Sini, who is a goal shooter we've mentioned earlier. Sini again, just being very smart, just finding the perfect timing to pop up for the ball. Finding herself in a very comfortable position, which is just under the goal post. Here's Karen. Shot was a bit undercooked. Defensive changes as well for Team Singapore. Jamie comes on at goal defense to replace Melody, and Vanessa replaces Akila at a wing defense position. Here's Vanessa with the ball, long pass to Kai Wei. Angelina just hitting the circle edge, finds Sini. Sini's been very effective for the Singapore team. Misses the shot that time, Sydney. Vanessa there to pick up the loose ball. Kaiwei, the goal tag, just tries a no-look pass. Was quite certain that she saw Sydney where she wanted her to be. Unfortunately, Sydney she's been popping out quite a bit to receive the front ball through this quarter. So it's quite interesting that Kaiwei thought that Sydney was in position to receive the lob. Perhaps she was, but Sydney moved. So that was a no-look attempt. They didn't quite make it. Here's Kaiwei readjusting her position in the circle. Thought she felt comfortable there. Shot was just a little bit under. Sydney gathers the rebound and slots it in from just under goal post. Beautiful there by Diana, just using her core strength to keep the ball in play, leaps out of court, passes the ball back to in the court before she landed out of play. Good repositioning there by Shui. Second time now, the attacking line has to go back to the defenders. Beautiful shot there by Kaiwei, long range, very confident, well taken. It seems like we will have a substitution for the Filipino team. Diana just going to the bench. Seems like Eliza is back on. Christine with a long range shot. It bounces around the rim a little bit. Eventually falls through the net. Again, miscommunication here by the Singapore team. Here is Team Philippines' chance to turn over. Karen with a shot. Ball just bounces round the rim. Both Sindhu and Christine went up for the rebound. Sindhu infringing Christine in that passage of play. Christine just sinks in that shot. Good turnover play by Philippines. There's Christine again. Just takes a breath. There's Jamie, the goal defense that gathers a rebound. Again, Sydney with just the beautiful pop. She's so tall, and you think of a player like her who has that height would be a player to receive all sorts of lobs. But she has shown incredible skill and agility in moving around in the circle to get free. That was a beautiful example again there. Just didn't get a ball that time. Kaiwei, the long range shot, sinks it in. Kaiwei's been pretty good with her long range shots so far in this game. Lots of confidence from her. And there was a replay of her shot. Sindhu there just a bit too tall. Did a little hop to intercept the pass. Here's Kaiwei again. Chooses this time to offload to her teammate Angelina Lim in hopes of gaining a better position. This time, this position may work. she is happier with that positioning, with that decision that she just made. Challenge there by Alexandra on Angelina. Alexandra's just got the tip. And those are the kind of lobs that I was talking about that you would typically see a taller shooter like Sini would be taking. As you can see from the close-up, Sini seems to be a little bit, just a smidge taller than her defender. So perhaps that's why she is forced to use her agility and her speed a little bit to get away from defender. That was a good read by Sindunaya. She has such long limbs. Her arms are so long that, you know, sometimes you don't think that she's there, and the moment she puts up her hands, she gets her hand to the ball. There was an undercooked shot there by Sini. Alexandra just seems to be a little bit tender on her ankle, chose to call for the injury break. Sindhu, what a great read that was. The ball was to the pocket, it was flat, it was fast, but it was very well read. Sindhu was close by. She went out, got at it, great speed to get the intercept very cleanly. Obstruction there against Eliza. So in netball and obstruction, you can't stand within 0.9 meters or 3 feet of a player in possession of the ball. So if you're closer than 0.9 meters or closer than 3 feet, you'll be pulled up for obstruction. Technical toe, Cindy just almost stepped out of play, just kept herself on court by the toes of her feet, manages to keep the ball in play, eventually finishing off with a shot. Miscommunication there for the Filipino center pass. The decisions and the passes and the passage of play seems to be slowing down a little bit for Team Singapore. The rhythm of play is slightly slow as well. Here comes the Filipinos. Can they work this out? Jamie Lim tried to get a deflection there. Just came from behind and perhaps caught the body of Karen. Stands out of play for contact. The long range shot falls as a rebound to her fellow goal attack, Christine, who sinks it in from that close range. Sin E now. She's running everywhere. She's even running out of the circle now. Here's Kai Wei. A ball just bounces around the rim, falls out. Here comes the Filipino team. With the turnover, Shui just catching the body of one of the Filipino players there earlier. Gets called for contact. Here's Sindhu again trying to read the play. She's a smart player, Sindhu. But Karen there just sinking in the shot. Highway having to run quite a bit around the circle edge. Just trying to keep the ball moving, get the flow going. Team Singapore seems to be a little bit stuck in this quarter. There is the high lob and high pass that I was talking to you about, of shooters of seeming height we're used to seeing that kind of play with a tall shooter, and as you can see, perhaps that didn't quite work out very well. We've seen a good hole by Sin E. CJ just trying to get around the body to get a tip, just gets caught for contact. Sin E this time puts in the shot. 10 seconds remaining. Again, Sindhu running out from the goal circle to get that tip. So close to getting into the serve. It's something that I would like to see Sindhu do. She's been getting so many tips so far in this game. And with that, that's the end of the third quarter. The score is 64-20 to Team Singapore. And we'll be back very shortly for the last 15 minutes of this game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the final quarter of this match between Philippines and Singapore. We're live from the city of Santa Rosa. This is the 30th Southeast Asian Games 2019. The netball competition is happening from the 25th of November today all the way till 2nd December, with Philippines taking on Singapore in this first match. All the players are very excited. All of them are out on court. There is 4 minutes in the quarter break, and 4 minutes is not up quite just yet. Here we go. Here are the umpires. Tang Kwang Yi of Hong Kong and Tarawona of Australia officiating this match. Carmen Go at center for Singapore for the first center pass of the final 15 minutes of this game. Kwok Shu Yi to wing defense. Contact call there. CD with the shot. Team Singapore seems to be putting out all sorts of combination. In this match so far, we've seen a different combination for every quarter. And Athea is back from the bench. She took a rest in the third quarter. She was really good in the first 2 quarters. Glad to see her back on court. Off balance pass there by Angelina to Pei Shan. Pei Shan just couldn't quite keep it in play. Here are the Philippines with the counter attack. Very crowded center third. Eventually, the Filipinos find their way to the post. And that's a goal for them. Free pass granted to Team Singapore. Pass there was placed a little bit too high for Carmen. Fortunately, Team Singapore keep the possession. Big lead by Sydney into the circle, chooses not to shoot it, passes it out, shimmies herself a little bit closer to the goalpost. Here comes the Philippines. The crowd here, their fans, their supporters have been amazing. Clash there between Eliza and Akila. Good pass there. Here's Pei Shan. She was out in the first quarter, rested the second and third quarter, and she's back on court to see through the final 15 minutes of this quarter. Beautiful intercept there, very well read. Pei Shan seems to be learning some things from Sydney. Sydney was doing very well earlier on with the hold and pop to the front, and Pei Shan seems to be doing exactly just that this quarter. There she is again, popping in front. A little bit too front out, too far away from the goalpost. Chooses to offload it. Here Philippines, listen to the crowd. They go wild. They are cheering their team on. They have been rallying their team on since the start of this game. Absolutely just spurring the team on with their cheers and their screams. Really providing a boost for their home team. Sydney there 3 times now, doing a little shuffle just to shuffle herself closer to the goalpost. Little tips and tricks that the shooters do to get themselves a little bit closer. 1 step at a time, 1 toe, doesn't matter, as long as they feel comfortable. It's a good pop. And that's a position that she's quite familiar with. But it happens in sport. You could be putting up all the shot, and sometimes in the crucial time Well, you need the ball to go in, it just doesn't. Peishan finds himself out of the circle. Akila comes flying through with the intercept, with the tip rather. Here comes the Filipinos, getting a little bit stuck. Akila just found herself in the right place and right time, just wasn't quite prepared to catch that ball. Finds herself committing a footwork. High pass to Anathea. She will not miss from there. Here's Peishan doing a little run and offload. Not something that you quite see every day from Peishan. Usually she is the recipient of the offload pass, but this time she offloads it to her teammate, Sydney. Scramble there for the loose ball by the Filipino team. Here's Christine. A little bit under the shot. Here's Anathea to take the penalty shot. And it was a little bit overcooked. Both defenders summoned out of play, and this time the ball goes in. Here's a shot of the crowd with their colorful streamers, just cheering their home team on. They've been very vocal, very supportive. Umpire just indicating for the throw-in to be taken. Easy shot for Sydney. Here's Singapore with the center pass. Singapore are the dominant side here in Southeast Asia. Out of 3 editions, they've won 1 gold medal and 2 silver medals. Netball was first featured in the Southeast Asian Games in 2001, where it was held in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. In the first edition, Malaysia were the gold medalists. Singapore brought home the silver. And in 2015, Netball came back to feature in the 28th Southeast Asian Games. That was held in Singapore, and on home ground, Singapore won the gold medal. Then Malaysia took home the silver, and in the previous edition of the SEA Games held in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, Malaysia brought home the gold medal, and Singapore settled for silver. So here in the Philippines, it's going to be An interesting tournament. Who will bring home the gold this time? Between Thailand and Brunei, they have been bronze medalists. Thailand were bronze medalists in 2001, and in 2015 and 2017, both Thailand and Brunei were joint bronze medalists. So Singapore putting on a very dominant display of netball. Score is 75-25. Massive 50 goals difference. Long range shot there by Pei Shan to make it 76 goals. Philippines have put in a commendable effort. If it weren't for their unforced errors like that one, they have had pretty good patches of play, the Philippines. But Singapore just too strong, too good. Interesting change here by Singapore. Earlier on there was a substitution. Angelina Lim now to center. To Kai Wei comes on at wing attack. Kai Wei was the goal attack in the second and third quarter. This time around, she plays the feeder to her shooters. Jamie Lim there just went up for the ball. And Athea just caught behind and called out of play for contact. Here's Angelina offloading it to Sydney, who offloads it to Pei Shan, who I thought Sydney was going to put in the ball, but she decided to offload it to Pei Shan instead. Sydney gathers the rebound just one step closer to the post from where she originally was. Here's Sydney with a mid-range shot. Ball just bounces around the rim and out of court. Pei Shan there just gathering the possession for Singapore. A bit of miscommunication there between Angelina and Sydney, and here comes the Philippines team. Here's Christine, lines up her shot, ball rolls around the rim for a moment. We thought maybe it won't go in, but it sinks in. Christine's been shooting very well for her team. Here she is, just passing it off to Lorraine, her wing attack. Unfortunately, that was a footwork call. You cannot reground your landing foot while in possession of the ball. It's quite technical, netball. It's quite hard to maybe watch the replays, watch it in slow-mo, you might catch that footwork. Umpire's got to have a really quick eye to catch that. Here comes the Philippines again. A bit of fatigue seems to be creeping into the Philippines team, and they just dropped the ball there a bit, but manages to scramble for the loose ball. Christine, the lady on the screen and the close-up previously, shooting very well. Angelina Lim just choosing to pass it back and resetting the play to her defenders, just as the shooters present an opportunity to her. 1 minute remaining on the clock. It is going to be a win for Singapore. Senior offloads it to Pei Shan. Easy shot there for her. Here's Lorraine, the wing attack to Anthea, to Eliza. Christine popping out the first time around with a huge lunge. Didn't get the ball the first time around. Gets it again. Again, here's a beautiful shot of the Filipino team celebrating that goal. Filipino supporters rather celebrating the goal with their colorful streamers, they're dancing, they're laughing, they're having a good time. Huge lob. Peishan just tries to go for that fancy shot as she was falling out of court. Couldn't quite sink it in. What a finish that would have been if that went in. Final score is 80-28 to Team Singapore. Now the next match at 5 p.m. is between Thailand and Malaysia. So we'll see you then. The next games for these teams. Singapore will play on the 27th of November on Wednesday against Brunei at 3 p.m. And Philippines will play against Malaysia, the reigning gold medalists, at 5 p.m. tomorrow.
Congratulations.